Hello, and welcome to TIS Project Plan Glue Down. Inspect to know what to expect. In this presentation, we will outline general tips for success in glue down flooring applications. Please note, this is not a substitution for specific installation instructions. The first step to success is to read and follow the complete installation guidelines. Always refer to the latest version, and it's a good idea to check online. After all, manufacturers know their products best, and products change, so it's important to read the instructions every time. Also read the warranty and maintenance documentation. Determining the suitability of the product is the responsibility of the flooring contractor. Always consider usage factors such as rolling traffic and commercial applications. Substrates must be soundly constructed, free of dust, dirt, and contaminants. Concrete and gypsum substrates must be a minimum 3,500 psi unless otherwise specified. Excessive floor movement can and often does lead to damaged flooring. Flooring is designed to be installed and maintained under normal room conditions, often referred to as NRC. It is critical to ensure that windows and doors are installed and the HVA system is up and operational. If the permanent HVA system is not operational, then temporary heating must be used and maintained 24/7. Often temporary heating is shut off at night. This is a common cause of joint issues. Normal room conditions are generally ambient relative humidity of 35 to 55%. And ambient temperature of 55 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Always check specific product requirements. Acclimation to NRC is critical for ambient conditions, substrate, flooring, and adhesive. It is important to test and document acclimation. Always test with a professional testing meter. TAS Flooring recommends protimeter MMS2. It can take all readings in 1 meter. Temperature can be deceptive. It may feel warm at 5 to 6 feet above the substrate, but the substrate can still be cold. Always store material in climate-controlled environments and not in direct sunlight. Do not stack pallets over too high and allow air movement between the pallets. It is important to remember that acclimation is a measurement of achievement, not a measurement of time. All products must achieve NRC and be maintained at NRC, regardless of how long the material has been on the job site. Substrate moisture must meet specifications. Moisture can come from below through vapor transmission, from above by maintenance procedures, or residual moisture in the slab. Vapor transmission occurs when there are cold temperatures below the slab and warm temperatures above the slab. This draws moisture through the slab in the form of vapor transmission. Relative humidity refers to the amount of residual moisture in the slab. This moisture must be allowed to dissipate out. Building codes and TAS warranties require an intact vapor barrier be placed directly under any on-grade or below-grade slabs. It is important that moisture testing be conducted and documented. RH testing is also referred to as probe testing. It measures residual moisture in the substrate. Calcium chloride testing measures the amount of moisture traveling through the slab in the form of vapor transmission. Electronic meters provide an indication of moisture present in the slab, but not qualitative results. They are, however, fast and non-intrusive. Pin meters are generally used to measure the moisture content in wood substrates. Moisture testing on gypsum substrates makes either probe or calcium chloride testing impractical. TAS Flooring accepts a reading of 200 or less on a protimeter MMS2. Please note, it is important to test all areas and take multiple readings in large areas on gypcrete substrates. Gypsum drying requires heat and air movement. The moist air must be ventilated out of the building. This can be accomplished by cracking the windows open or venting outside. Many times, gypcrete is too wet to install flooring several weeks or even several months after the pour if proper heat and ventilation were not provided. Floor flatness is critical to success. Most flooring requires floor flatness to be less than 1/8 inch in 6 feet or 3/16 inch in 10 feet. Fill in depressions and grind down high spots, following all safety standards. Floors not in specification can and often do result in damaged joints. Always use a minimum 6-foot straight edge, but a 10-foot straight edge is better. Slide a spacer under the gap to test. For 6-foot straight edges, a simple piece of 1/8 inch VCT can act as a spacer. There are also plastic spacers available with 1/16 inch graduations. It is important that you test in several areas and in every room. Porosity testing is fast and simple. Remove any contaminants and simply place a drop of water on the substrate and observe how quickly it is absorbed. Porosity is important to the selection and application of adhesive. If it is absorbed at or less than 60 seconds, it is considered porous. If it takes longer than 60 seconds, it is considered non-porous. Surface chemicals, such as curing compounds, can, and often do, cause bonding failures. If a surface chemical has been applied, the bond warranty is the responsibility of the chemical manufacturer. If you do not know, conduct a bond test. Bond testing is a straightforward process. Start by cleaning the surface. Apply adhesive with the specified trowel. Observe the manufacturer's instructions on open time. Install a 2-foot by 2-foot piece of flooring. Roll with a 75 to 100 pound roller. Allow to set up for 48 hours, and then pull up the flooring. The majority of the adhesive should remain attached to the substrate. If it comes up with the flooring, the contaminants must be removed and another bond test conducted. A pH test is fast, cheap, easy, and critical. Extreme pH can degrade and destroy adhesive. It is important to remember that each number is 10 times the level of the preceding number. 8 is 10 times higher than 7. 9 is 10 times higher than 8, and so on. Most adhesives are designed to perform in the 5 to 10 range. Extreme prolonged sunlight can create issues for installed floors. Most extreme are the new popular floor-to-ceiling windows. Window coverings or some type of covering should be applied in these cases. Check the installation instructions for maximum acceptable floor temperatures. The difference between a protected area and one exposed to prolonged direct sunlight can be dramatic. It can often be 80 degrees in the protected area and up to 165 degrees in the area of direct sunlight. This creates a concentrated area of superheated flooring, resulting in buckling and joint damage. Like all flooring, visually inspect for defects during the installation process. It is the flooring contractor's responsibility to call out any visible defective material and always work in adequate lighting. Always work out of a minimum of 3 boxes of flooring, shuffling the material to avoid pattern repetition. If a cushion underlayment is used, it is important to choose a cushion specifically designed for glue-down vinyl. A dense cushion with little to no vertical movement is required. LV must be a minimum of 2.5 millimeters thick, and indentation is not warranted. TAS Flooring recommends Power Hold Reverb Cushion. Choosing the right adhesive is always important. Some key considerations are the type of adhesive. Is this a commercial or residential area? Is there going to be rolling traffic? What is it? Open time is required. And is the substrate porous or non-porous? Some TAS recommended adhesives are Taylor Dynamic. This is the most popular. It is a moderate set and perfect for plank LV. It performs up to 99% RH and 5 to 12 pH. Installers like it because it turns from light green to dark green when it's ready to be covered. Taylor Pinnacle is a firm set for heavy rolling traffic. And Taylor Resolute is an adhesive and moisture pH barrier all rolled into one. It works in more extreme temperatures. Porosity is required when being used as a moisture barrier. It's important to discuss the difference between moisture resistant and moisture barrier. Taylor Dynamic and Pinnacle are moisture resistant adhesives. This means that they will hold their bond up to the moisture limit specified, in their case up to 99% relative humidity. But they do not block moisture from reaching the flooring. Taylor Resolute is a moisture barrier adhesive. It will block moisture from reaching the flooring. Sealers are important. Most common is Taylor 2025. It helps lock down dust, reduces pH, and seals porous substrates, improving bonding. It is a must on all gypcrete. It does not provide moisture protection. Taylor Zephyr is great when there is old adhesive residue, and it protects moisture up to 95%. Liquid Shield 100 is used when 100% moisture protection is required. It is a simple two-coat roll-on application. It does require that the substrate be porous. Choosing the right trowel is important. Notches can wear down quickly. It's important to replace or re-notch worn trowels. There are several trowel notch shapes: U-notch, square notch, V-notch, and flat V-notches. Open time is also referred to as working time. It's the minimum and maximum time the adhesive should be left open before installing flooring. It can be affected by the size of the trowel notch, ambient relative humidity, temperature, airflow, and porosity. Adhesive applications are often referred to as pressure sensitive. This is where the adhesive is dry to the touch. It does not transfer to the finger when touched. Semi-wet refers to the adhesive when the ridges are still somewhat wet and the valleys are dry. Adhesive will transfer individual ridges to the finger when touched and will transfer some of the adhesive to the back of the flooring. Wet set refers to installing the flooring while the adhesive is still wet. The adhesive will cover the finger when touched and transfer to the back of the flooring, achieving close to 100% coverage. Wet set is used only on porous substrates. Always leave a slight 1/32 inch expansion space at all vertical surfaces to avoid compression fits that cause buckling. Roll with a 75 to 100 pound roller immediately after installation. Roll in both directions, lengthwise and widthwise. Roll again 2 hours later and inspect flooring. If there are any lifted edges, re-roll with a steel hand roller. Cover the area with protection paper to reduce trade damage. If the protection paper does not allow moisture to breathe through, wait a minimum of 72 hours. TAS Flooring recommends Powerhold Builder Board manufactured by Surface Shields. Wait 72 hours before introducing liquid cleaning products and always use a neutral pH cleaner. TAS Flooring recommends tailor fresh floors. Additional floor finishes, such as polishes, are not required, not recommended, and not warranted unless otherwise specified. So there you have it, project planning for glue down applications. Remember to read and follow the complete and up-to-date installation instructions. For a successful installation, inspect to know what to expect. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.